Williams came out on top on that occasion. And it's good evening to Stephen Hall. They might perform here.
Yeah, I suppose it just adds to the complexity of this match and trying to actually predict who's going to come out on top. I think Ding certainly. Mark Williams.
Mark Williams, well documented, struggling a bit with his eyes. So now if they're back at 100%, or at least a lot better than they have been, and it could be like that. It's Williams. He's the absolute epitome of just taking things in your stride and getting on with it.
Thank you. Thanks. Yeah, I'll try and get one.
Then suddenly he looks like one of the best in the world again. But doesn't always sustain it.
No, that's right, and he's so good. That's the whole campaign, and to think that, you know, it'd be a struggle for him to win tournaments going forward, it just seemed very unlikely, but it shows you how hard the game is now. This makes it look so simple.
Been the case that he hasn't achieved even more, and one of the things that's maybe been suggested about him at times is that he doesn't quite have the same fight when the chips are down. Just didn't seem to have that fight in him.
Yeah, and I suppose in a way it's easy to forget, but it's hard to see it.
Ago in the old Premier League. One thing you would say about that was a long run where Ding just kept
option the thin edge of this red closest to the left corner pocket. Well, I can tell you there's nothing wrong with those eyes. That was a brilliant shot.
Yeah, the sort of shot that really tests your eyesight. And he spoke after the match against to get the contact lenses and try that as at least a short-term solution.
Oh, in a miss.
Oh, his eyes have gone again, Stephen.
Oh. Put that on silent, please.
Will be warned. And he has missed it, so now the warning will come into play.
Ding Junhui, 4.
Oh, this will be
on the top cushion. Oh, but that's a disaster now. He's praying to get away with this one. Well, that was very risky and not the right shot for me. Very easy to turn a plant over when you're playing a single ball onto it. Mistake from Ding. Oh dear. Oh dear. Don't really want to have to play because that's what can happen.
One.
Just trying to jab into the cue ball. Just
a lot of talk about
9.
I think the reason that often gets of the players having points coming off and everything that he had carried forward did get to number 1 for a while.
Yeah, this is when he's at his deadly best, isn't it? When he's in amongst them, not really red prior to the one he just potted. The red, he potted to left corner to play the little cannon to the red next to the black. That was a bit of a nervy one.
25.
I think in recent years that is certain. It's not as smooth as it once was.
A couple of decades we've been watching him.
32.
He's turned up at a tournament, absolutely no form or results behind him, and
Third. 38.
Yeah, and he tried tried to power it round the angles, and doing so has missed the blue, but he's had a big result, really. That cue ball. Can Mark find the good line to find it? This time, no problems. Middle of the pocket. A little look away. He knew as soon as he struck it, ball not able to land nicely on a colour, but he's got control of the table now.
Mark Williams 1.
Cool.
1.
Yeah, it must be available, so getting the black back.
Mark Williams 1.
So what a reprieve that was for Ding.
Five. Then Junhui 5.
It's on the board, and we're still in with a genuine chance of winning the frame.
Oh, and a miss.
Goes favourite in this frame.
Oh, and a miss.
Alluded to earlier in the frame, obviously doesn't apply here because he is snookered.
The yellow pocket. Well, has he gone the other side this time? Trying to make up, but as I say, for me, he goes favourite now. If he can find one good positional shot from this black.
And it looks like he has found it.
Nine.
You know, it would be hard. Williams would be at or near the top of that. He's been so adept.
17.
Yeah, and the penalty points that... Oh, that's a wonderful positional shot he's played there.
Something you see very often.
Two. Then Junhui 2.
What a safety shot. Well, it's a good contact. But the green's going to be ending up close to that corner pocket, so a little bit of pace stunned behind the brown. Played it very nicely.
Seven. $12.
Brilliant from Williams. Now one good positional shot.
18. Mark Williams, 18.
That rather sums up this frame. Just had that feel about it. And in the end, on the black, it's Junhui who's taken it. An extraordinarily eventful opener. Junhui. So much happened in that opener. We had the jabby.
1. Mark Williams, 1.
Yeah, and that black being where it is now. Reds are all pushed over that corner pocket.
Foul, I miss. Junhui, 4.
It could become very congested by that black.
Well, we almost saw the black taken out of the equation there.
Oh, he could not have got any closer, and that would have felt extreme.
The pocket has been very quickly averted. Oh, well, or has it, Stephen?
Wow, what a mistake that was from Ding. There with the long red attempt, knowing he was leaving balls for Ding should he miss it. He fully committed. He accepted the fact that...
Yeah, it looked for all the world as though the gamble had gone against him. But in the end, it's worked out nicely for him now.
Delivery there. That won't concern Mark.
16.
Really was. Incredible week for him here, lad. Really was that good. And beat Judd Trump, Mark Allen, both of them quite comfortably in the end. And
I think you've probably undersold that clearance there, Michael. It was...
to decide definitively what was the greatest. They'll actually be 2 from last year, both involving Mark Williams. He was on the receiving end. Even knowing what's going to happen, you watch it thinking, there's no way he can clear up from there.
He
lost his opening match. Both of the previous times he'd made it into the field on his way to the title last year. And after that shocking miss from Ding, this is much more like it.
51.
I think that's why he looked so disappointed, Mark. Perhaps smells blood.
In consecutive years, but the only player to win it on multiple occasions at all since it began in 2019. That means letting you in, make him pay full price, show him this is what you're going to do, give him half the chance.
I'm 72. And the frame.
Well,
yeah, just look at how quickly he delivers the cue. There was a lot of movement as hoped.
Yeah, Williams made 72 from there, and that was that. Just the sort of situation of the balls from which Ding has made a career out of scoring heavily.
Mark Williams, 1.
The winner of this match, incidentally, will Mentioned earlier, Ding will be 38, one of the most significant moments in the game's history. Of ground to get there. And look at this, blew over the pocket.
Absolutely outrageous. Nowhere near the plant to right corner.
Ding Junhui 6.
Red finding its way up the table straight into the yellow pocket, but Mark will be delighted.
What's the pink in the middle? No, he's okay. Campaign in the semi-finals. It was also in the China Open that they met in a final for the only time.
7.
And the only other time they've met in any.
So, end of break.
Matt Williams 13.
Turned it into a decent scoring chance, but never got to that.
Yeah, Ding choosing to play.
Foul and a miss. Foul and a miss.
Quite too precise.
Foul.
He doesn't look so sure.
Well, answers on a postcard for that one.
1.
What a mistake that was. To not get the cue.
8.
Sat in his seat, doesn't he? Arms folded. Quite a slumped posture. There you see him, he doesn't look a happy chappy, does he, Ding Junhui?
16.
Sat there watching on. After the shot he's just played when he was touching ball, Ding. I don't think anyone would have been happy with that one.
What he wants to see.
23.
Put that to one side and get on with things. Just deal with what's in front of them.
$37.
You consider.
Be growing in confidence all the while, doesn't he, Mark? Got that nice rhythm around the table.
It's the black to win it. Ding potted
44.
his chance at the black, but then had a dreadful miss on a red. Just when it looked as though the winning line
Actually going wrong, so maybe playing that red out of a little bit of frustration. It was super thin. Wants him. Doesn't want to gift any easy chance.
Well, we might into this frame. Far from ideal, though. Oh, and he's fallen down already. These are really concerning signs early on for Ding Junhui. Won it on the black.
1.
Now, though, it looks like he's going 2-1 down because that was frame ball. Mark Williams playing with first chance to become the oldest ever ranking event winner.
Matt Williams 7. And
what he is the winner of is this frame.
Now Mark Williams will see the rest of this session, this frame, and then the remaining 4 frames after.
Foul. And a miss.
But it was very, very tight. Not a nice shot to have to play.
Had to play in a slightly jabby way because it was so close to the cue ball and barely moved. Left it well short of the pocket.
Not cueing the ball well at all. There's a lot of movement on delivery. The trouble is, it can battle tonight, it seems. Not just the fact he's playing the defending champion and
let's be fair, it's not been great stuff from Williams so far. He's got it together sufficiently. Really?
Oh, that's a brilliant shot that Bing's found. There's a plan. He had to send a single
ball, which was a bit of a result for him. And history repeating here. He's got a simple.
Fine enough to play off.
He played in it prior to that, but he did qualify in 2020, primarily because he, having come in to replace him. So he didn't make his debut till 2023. He beat the #1 seed.
21.
Well, he did have that breakthrough 20 years ago this week, winning the China Open. There was a moment that felt of success in this sport as Woods has had in his. Making interest in golf explode and huge money they play for now. Well, the money they've been playing for in recent times.
35.
Travelled out to that part of the world.
Yeah, we can't even really comprehend what he's gone through throughout his career. The pressure that's big titles over in China. And that's a lot down to this man. He's an absolute superstar in China.
Born 1987, but it needed someone to come through and make an impact at the highest level to really turn that into something lasting for the game. And that's exactly they looked all at sea for the last couple of frames.
49.
He's making good use of this chance. So this will be
56.
He will be the much happier of the two. To be level at 2 each, that in itself feels like a big result. Not cueing the ball as well as he would like. It just looked very difficult at one point. This has been much better.
Junhui, 63. And the frame.
Well, the way the frames have gone, it could have been almost kept his way for a couple of frames, both of which went to the Welshman. But when Ding got a chance in the fourth, he took it well, putting together 63. And that's why we're level at 2-all as they resume. It was a bit out of keeping, Joe, with what had gone before when Ding made that break.
4 frames upstairs, and yeah, he looked a little bit disinterested, a little bit out of sorts, didn't he? But he fought well.
Yeah, the body language looked really concerning from Ding's point of view.
Advertising turned on.
In Telford. Ding getting a chance in the fourth frame to go into mid-session, level at 2-all, and taking it with a decent...
1.
Yes, but looking at that shot from Ding Junhui, it doesn't look like much has changed in the opportunity in the resumption. You would expect both players to pick up their form a little bit now.
7.
Well, he didn't really get in.
Thank you.
Yeah, for all that we've
Matt
talked
Williams,
about
15.
how it was a bit scrappy from.
Three shots ahead here.
1.
He became, for a time, the best player in the world. He didn't get there by playing
Williams,
shots like that, Joe.
And then missed a straightforward red.
1.
So Ding Junhui, unexpectedly, out of his carries on the way it is for Ding to win this game. He's going to need openings like this because his safety's not been great. His long game is not what it.
7.
Knocked him out of a tournament. And the whole campaign has always lost in the next round. He was beaten before the final
10.
last season. Right.
$17.
Yeah, just. It's not a bad line. How's the pace? That's okay. It's just off. It's a lovely pot. Played it in such a way because of the difficulty of the.
Ding Junhui, 30.
That was close. That was a good effort. And the trouble is when you get so.
1.
Simply won that third world title in 2018.
7.
Been the nature of his career. Talent has always been there. Competitiveness perhaps comes and goes. But to see him still playing in an elite, just what a wonderful player he is.
13.
Take this frame now. Wow, as I say, he's missed a routine pink. I was just going to go on. You won't get a better chance than this, you feel.
Thank you. 1.
Well, one of the holding down is a frame that ultimately it looked like he was going to win, but he let
8.
So, comes on to the colour.
17. 20. 24. 29.
So when they met in Telford, Ding did win again tonight.
35.
This time though, he's regained the lead. He also looks to have regained his hunger and enthusiasm.
Ding Junhui, 35.
2 in a row then for Ding Junhui. He leads Mark Williams by 3-2 down. Dominated in turn.
Too thick a contact on the red. Yeah, it was a better pot.
That'll help too.
7.
Yeah, nice shot there.
13.
To have a chance. If he wins the tournament, he could go there seeded as high as number 6.
19.
Yeah. Always see it,
19.
don't you? Not always, but
1.
You get asked a lot about the ravages of time and how it affects everything, and I heard him say recently, already tonight, Joe.
yeah, I can only speak personally, which in turn would bring a few
17.
easy misses. Not William. And misses creep in. I've seen him play a couple of tournaments this season where he's been immaculate. The champion of champions.
25.
Yeah, winner of the season. Seeing out to that wonderful clearance from Judd Trump. In his career now, where it's more about trying to build as many big moments to add to his already wonderful back catalogue.
Simple blue. Keep the break going.
39.
Nice and clean. Yep, nice work.
Yeah, no.
46.
In terms of those crucial ahead of him, if he wins this match, and the only way then that he wouldn't be one of the top 4 seeds at the Crucible, the only player who could deny him then would be John Higgins, and he'd have to win the tournament to do that.
May be able to get across to the table here where he can reach without having to use the rest, but not that the rest is an issue for.
Thank you. 61.
Fancied the job and did the job. He won't be playing. Well, it was a match that things have picked up since then. Dean got the first chance in frame 6, but he only made 19 from it. Mark Williams.
Oh, that was an incredibly difficult shot he played there. Tried to.
1.
So Ding in first again. At moments like that, but there was certainly plenty on show that day.
9.
Yeah, not a great chance. He's been one of the very best at solving these little puzzles and these little conundrums. Very rarely. Wow, what a wonderful shot. getting breaks started.
23.
Yeah, we last 10 or 15 years or so, and it feels like there are a lot of players at the moment getting very close.
29.
Yeah, had to hit that one.
37.
Just so much more.
Oh, again, another delightful little can. He's guaranteeing himself on a ball. And this time he has brought another 2 or 3 reds into play. Plays some fantastic snooker.
It's an opponent here who's still going strong in his 50s. It underlines
53.
how much more there can still.
Close to the winning line now.
61.
So he doesn't have to play a cannon here, but he's got the perfect angle. Well, he's played for the loose one, and he's played it well.
Go.
67.
And it could well be.
75.
Yep, that red entry, a total clearance, in fact. And this chance will come about, remember. And from that mistake
81.
came this break.
So if you're watching, one more frame still to come in the company of Joe and I on ITVX. It's now by far the highest break from either player.
$95.
And just enough there for the So if we overtake the 1-3-4 made by Barry Hawkins earlier today, we'd say they do it, but he can match the 1-3-4.
Oh, he's been like, obviously it all helps when you're playing well or making breaks, but just in general he's looked sharper.
Thank you. 115.
Didn't look like he was enjoying it much earlier.
116 in the
He certainly is now, and with that break of 106. Or he can have to go there as a qualifier and end up coming within a few frames of winning it. We've seen both of those things in the past.
Yeah, the most
Junhui, 1.
alarming times get the impression he's not that bothered, not trying hard enough, but I can assure you he is.
Yeah, people sometimes say the same. I saw that more than ever when he lost that Saudi Arabia final.
A great ability to slug it out and battle. And there's another long red from Junhui. Okay, it was a shot to nothing, but it was still. Such a way as to the 2 reds into the middle. We've seen him play many matches where he can go on like big scoring sprees, just constantly one big.
So much talk at the moment about the class of '92 as they all turn. Well, there's a real season for breakthrough wins. Stephen Maguire won the UK Championship. Okay, he'd won a reign. Winning the China Open. He'd actually been withdrawn from the draw because he was a tour player at the time. They wanted to make sure he'd be in the final stage style story.
18.
To do it in his homeland really added so much.
$25.
Corner. Get that out the way. And the black's available then. Clear before, he just never seems to play a wrong shot in the
Top
balls.
50.
Picks them all off in the right order. Doesn't block.
Consciously think of him as an underachiever, which is a bit
41.
ridiculous, really, when you think about everything he's done. But really, it's a
He's going to be on this red.
49.
Excellent break building. It's a masterclass when he's in good form. People out there that are looking at it properly.
Eve, this is the same match as the one we were watching
55.
earlier. He'll need to raise his level significantly. He's to have a chance tomorrow of staying in this Tour Championship. Ding takes in a single visit.
63.
World away from the way he was playing. He's loosening.
Watched him
71.
close up recently.
Well, technically, he's not wanted in a single visit, but
Junhui, 78.
things were looking bleak for Junhui when he trailed 2-1, but he's really turned on the